going on, everybody? Uncle Black 215 on live from the lab. Just got finished watching Raw there on Netflix. And looky here. I don't know if y'all guys watched the predictions over on the YouTube. Go ahead and watch them now. But again, I'm undefeated, baby. I predicted everything right, and you will see as we get into this review right here. So today's conversation is, well, of course, like you just heard, Raw on Netflix. We kick off the show with an amazing video package narrated by Triple H, which just showed you why WWE is the ticket and where, it's the show you want to be at. And the first person out of the tunnel, the first person to make an entrance, it was a surprise to absolutely nobody. The Rock made his return to the WWE to kick off the show, and I'll tell you this right now. I thought Dwayne was going to do something. I thought Dwayne was going to go bad. But he shouted out Cody Rhodes. He shouted out everybody for holding the fort down while he was gone. And that was it. He did the catchphrase and then he left. And quite the start. And only the start, because right after that, we get into the very first match on the card. And ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. It's tribal combat. Roman Reigns taking on Solo Sikoa. And so looky here. This one's going to be a bit trimmed down. Listen, it's available on Netflix right now. I advise y'all go ahead and watch it. I'm just giving y'all the results on what I saw. And looky here. It was like every other tribal combat. You had interference, plenty interference galore. But listen, Kevin Owens made an appearance, after the bloodline already interfered. And then that brought out Cody Rhodes. He was throwing punches. And then all the confusion, it led to Roman Reigns hitting that spear, getting that 1, 2, 3. And Roman Reigns is the only tribal chief in WWE. And it was already perfect. But then out of nowhere, The Rock, yes, The Rock makes his way back down to the ring. And he takes the Ulafala from Paul Heyman. And as the high chief, as he said he was, he bestowed the Ulafala over the tribal chief. And from there, ladies and gentlemen, the show was off to the races. Definitely, because up next, was John Cena. And listen, this building was gorgeous. The facility, the Intuit Dome, was the perfect place for this show. So I just want to say that and get that out the way. And as far as what John Cena had to say, listen, we got the Rumble coming up, okay? And John Cena made it crystal clear that on this last run, he is on his way to trying to make a miracle happen. And it was in that moment he said that he was not only going to enter the Royal Rumble, but he was going to win the Royal Rumble. So from there, who's to say what's going to happen now? But I can tell you this now. This final run, the last time for John Cena, is going to be something to remember. And listen, he's working a full-time schedule. So I tell everybody, get the getting while the getting is good. And then the next match, it was the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. It was Rhea Ripley taking on Liv Morgan for that championship. And of course, just as I predicted, Rhea Ripley is your new Women's World Champion. And that wasn't all that happened here, as Rhea Ripley celebrated after 2 riptides to Liv Morgan. She celebrated on the top of the ramp, and then The lights went out. We got the bell. We heard the bike. The Undertaker made an appearance, and I'm guessing this was like the stamp of badassery that Rhea Ripley is receiving. So that was pretty dope. Taker came out, rolled the bike around the ring. It was amazing, quite the atmosphere. And again, Rhea Ripley is your new women's world champion. And oh yes, Dominic Mysterio also caught a riptide and a kick to the dick. Wait, can I say dick? He got kicked in the balls, y'all. All right, but all in all, it was a good night for Rhea Ripley. Now, coming up next was probably one of my favorite parts of the evening. Okay, we finally get the appearance of one Travis Scott, and Travis Scott won the evening because not only he appeared to a smash hit song Fiend, and not only did he appear with the special championship belt that Triple H presented to him, but the man pulled up smoking a blunt, y'all. The man was smoking weed on Raw. That's all I have to say. And from there, we move on to the next match, and it was main event. Jey Uso taking on Drew McIntyre. And listen, I feel like Jey Uso must have caught the vapors walking to the ring because, again, just like I predicted, if you guys saw it, Jey Uso won with the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment, the surprise roll. And the look on Drew's face when he realized that he got duped was money. And Jay's face was even more cash money. And just like I said, Jay's on. He's on to something. He may get the Intercontinental Championship back. I don't know. We will see what happens. And from there, ladies and gentlemen, this is where the show gets. This is where the show gets hilarious. Okay, but now, it gets hilarious. So we get Real American, and initially you hear the reaction. People are happy that Hulk Hogan is here. Not really, man. They was booing mercilessly, okay? And as Hulk Hogan is attempting to cut this promo for his beer, the crowd is booing, okay? If you look on there's a shot online of the caption, the captions that you read, and it said crowd booing. We shouldn't have did this. I mean, listen, he must have bought up the ad space. Good for him, but this was not the move. They booed him the entire time. It did not work. But I'm sure everybody got a kick out of that. I'm included in everybody. I got a kick out of that. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time. And it's time. It is Seth the Chef Rollins taking on CM Punk. And listen, Punk had the Ring of Honor jacket on with the X's on the back, so you could only know that it's about to be cracking. And sure enough, these guys went out there and beat the lumps out of each other. You can look at it. It was bleeding. It looked brutal. Okay, we had spot on top of spot. I ain't gonna recount it all. It's on Netflix. Go and watch it. But I will say, it took two GTSs that left Punk, standing victorious, and Rollins knocked out. And I could tell you for sure that this is not over. Not yet by a long shot. But also, like I predicted, CM Punk gets the victory. And ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, that was my review, our review, if you will, of the Raw on Netflix. Now listen, I can't wait because Raw is home. It's Netflix from now on, so we get to see it every single week from here on out. But there will always only be one first ever Raw on Netflix. Listen, I thank y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Comment below what you thought about the Raw on Netflix. What was your favorite match? What was your favorite moment? And like we always say, wherever there's wrestling, there's 2.5 hills.